Hello there, Kanokrab here. This is going to be a bit of a different video from usual. It's something I've been thinking about a lot, and even though I'm by no means an authority on the subject, I did want to share my thoughts and perspectives here. If you enjoy this kind of content and would like to see more, feel free to let me know by leaving a like and comment. Please also remember to share with your friends and subscribe to open up more discussions like this. So I want to talk about the state of Minecraft data packs very broadly. I'll be touching on my thoughts as they relate to the data pack dev community, the community of players who play and enjoy data packs, the relationship between data packs, mods, and servers, and what data packs are currently, as well as where I think they are or ought to be going. There's definitely going to be a lot of subjective matter here, and it's okay if you don't agree with some of the conclusions I've drawn. Minecraft represents an enormous community of competing ideas, and everyone is going to and should have very competing perspectives as to what should and should not be in Minecraft in any sense. First, a little bit of background on what data packs are and where they are found. Data packs are different from mods. Mods change the game itself, whereas data packs depend on and exist inside the structure of the game as it is. Some kinds of data packs are technically easier to create than mods are. There's a lower barrier to entry, but data packs can, with great effort, not unlike the effort put into a mod, achieve feats on the scale of mods, but with many downsides compared to a similar implementation achieved in the way a mod would. Also, while data pack development isn't coding in the traditional sense, doing it well and achieving complex feats using data packs borrows many techniques and concepts from coding and can be considered to be under the same broad umbrella. Data packs don't have a solid home right now, but for the most part they are posted to, found, and downloaded on Planet Minecraft, a popular website featuring all kinds of Minecraft content including resource packs, mods, adventure maps, blog posts, forum threads, and articles. It's been around since the early years of Minecraft, and following the discontinuation of the official Minecraft forums, has become the dominant websites for all Minecraft content. With that said, mods are still more popular on other platforms like CurseForge than on PMC, but I don't think it's disingenuous that for the purposes of this discussion, we'll be focusing on the platform that mods and data packs both exist on. I'd also like to preface by saying that I'll be talking about several different content creators, specific data packs and broad data pack trends, and other individuals or cases. I'm going to do my best to not put down any of these people or creations, nor the people who like and enjoy them, but they do contribute to my feelings on the matter, and I think mentioning them is important to expressing my position in a coherent way, even if not a persuasive one. Part 1. Data packs versus mods. So let's get started by looking at how data packs compare to mods on Planet Minecraft in terms of popularity. It's worth noting that I wasn't able to find any hard data analyzing the relative popularity of mods versus data packs in the current day and age, but that overall mods almost certainly are more popular than data packs on the internet right now. However, they are spread across multiple platforms, whereas data packs have only one or two major ones, and even then, PMC is king, so the data we look at isn't going to be completely conclusive. Let's compare the best performing mod posted to Planet Minecraft according to its best sorting filter in the year 2020 with the best performing data pack posted there in the same year. We're going with 2020 because this lets us take a look at a full year and two major versions, each taking up about half the year. The best new mod of 2020, according to Planet Minecraft's algorithm that takes into account views, downloads, diamonds, favorites, and I assume comments, is Vibecraft the VSCO mod by Viperfish 2000. At the time of recording, about a year after its last update, the Spring Flowers update. It has 131.4 thousand views, 28.9 thousand downloads, 143 diamonds, and 175 favorites. It is a largely cosmetic mod that adds several types of blocks and items to bring a sense of modernity to Minecraft, specifically to simulate a popular aesthetic trend of the time. It's worth noting that this mod is listed as being compatible with Minecraft version 1.14, making it quite a bit behind the current version of Minecraft, but still in the range of the most popular versions right now. Now let's take a look at the best new data pack of 2020. Random Items Rain by Awhikax, a very well-known data pack developer who we'll talk about later. It has 437.8 thousand views, 136.9 thousand downloads, 415 diamonds, and 389 favorites. It adds the ability to cause random items to rain from the sky with a single command, and has in-game configuration to edit the area this occurs in, how many items drop, and how long they stick around for, as well as how it should handle raiding items for a multiplayer setting. It's worth noting for this pack that while it was published in the first half of 2020, it has been updated within the last 2 weeks to be compatible with 1.17. It was also commissioned for Awhikax to produce by a YouTuber, Trollerotutos. We'll look more into that later, but as a preliminary example, the comparison is obvious. The best data pack of 2020 has almost 5 times as many downloads as the best mod. In fact, it has more downloads than the best 6 mods posted to Planet Minecraft in the year 2020. Now again, this is only formative evidence, but it does suggest that data packs are growing in popularity comparing to mods. They're popular for players, and that makes them popular for new developers. But I'd like to take a closer look now at the kinds of data packs that are popular, that are rated best by Planet Minecraft and some of those creators. The top data packs. As we said, Random Items Rain is the best rated data pack of 2020. It is followed by Raining Chests, also by Awhikax, 1.16 Very Easy Difficulty by Creator Body, and Midas Golden Touch, again by Awhikax. All of these packs have nearly or over twice the downloads of Vibecraft VSEO mod. All of these data packs all do exactly what they say on the tin. They make chests rain from the sky, make Minecraft 1.16 very easy with infinite potion effects and custom recipes that allow for item duping, or make every block you touch into gold. Before I talk about what these data packs have in common, let's examine how they are different. Although the Raining Items and Raining Chest data packs are both described on Planet Minecraft as loot tables data packs, they really only use loot tables as a product. Most of the pack's functionality is achieved by functions, and the technical abilities of those functions should not be discounted. As I said, Raining Items includes in-game configuration done with click events in chat, scoreboards, and scoreboard operations. Raining Chests features configuration as well by similar mechanics, although a less developed interface. We'll talk more about that when we get to Awhikax and other datapack developers as a topic. Midas Golden Touch also uses functions, specifically one function file. It's simple but effective. On a different token, the 1.16 Very Easy Difficulty pack does use one function file to apply the constant potion effects and similar, but also some custom recipe files so that items are easier to obtain and are dupable. What do these data packs have in common then? Well, they are simple. Not in the sense that they are low quality or were easy to make, though there is certainly some variety even among these 4 in the level of technical skill put into them, but in the sense that they are marketable, so to speak. As I said earlier, they do exactly what they say on the tin. Their product, their functionality, is what they are. What they do is what they are called. We can see this trend among more best data packs as we look lower down. However, at this point, we start to see more significant difference in the kind of content being presented. The next best data pack posted to Planet Minecraft in 2020 is William Withers' Overhauled Overworld by William Withers, updated a week ago at the time of recording for Minecraft 1.17 with 47.7 thousand downloads. This is followed by Incendium Nether Expansion by Starmute, similarly updated within the last week for 1.17 with 46.9 thousand downloads. These two are very large content packs. They both overhaul world generation using experimental features introduced in Minecraft 1.16, and in fact, these two developers were some of the early pioneers of our understanding of world generation's capabilities, how it works, how to do it well, etc., when documentation was, and in many ways still is, extremely limited. My own custom dimensions would not exist without the foundations laid by Starmute in Incendium. More than that, both of these packs demonstrate impressive technical skill in function and command programming on a scale many times that demonstrated in the packs rated above them. An important aside, this is not a jab on those above creators. We are getting to that. Before I get to the point, I'd like to go down a few more, past Random Block Touch by Awhikax with 51.8 thousand downloads, and which works similarly to Golden Midas Touch Pack, but changes the blocks the player touches into random blocks. Passed More Totems 1.16 Plus by Y4NN with 42.5 thousand downloads, which introduces 15 new totems with similar functionality to the vanilla Totem of Undying, and expanded abilities for each, with varying rarities found in many different loot tables. And passed WASD More Swords by Estonium with 49.8 thousand downloads, which introduces 39 craftable swords, each with special abilities built into them. This is where my data pack, New in Town, sits, with 35.4 thousand downloads, putting it at the 10th best data pack according to Planet Minecraft's algorithm posted in 2020. There are many packs beyond this of equal or greater merit that I could mention, many of which by Awhikax, but I wanted to stop here because it represents the top 10 of this admittedly arbitrary category, and also because New in Town is conveniently placed among these other high merit packs, but also sandwiched and surrounded by these other data packs that are often looked to as being inferior, as being basic, easy to make, mass-produced, cheap, or foolish, but that nonetheless have greater appeal to a greater volume of people than New in Town, More Totems, or Incendium. Why is that? Why are these data packs so criticized when the data doesn't seem to match? There's a lot of factors at play here, some valid, some subjective, some that I have opinions about, and others only observations. So before we dive too deep, let's address the elephant in the room, and the one I think will answer or begin to set up a lot of these other factors. Awhikax. I've now mentioned Awhikax and packs made by him no less than 5 times, with 4 of his packs in the top 10 best of 2020. Let's try to explore and see what the reason for that is. First, to introduce you, Awhikax is a data pack developer who takes commissions, meaning people, usually YouTubers, reach out to him and ask him to make them a data pack. Usually they have an idea in mind already. It's worth noting that many other data pack devs, myself included, would love the same thing to happen at even half the pace it does for Awhikax. Anyway, I got a chance to talk to Awhikax directly about how he handles these commissions and get a second perspective on the data pack community. First, let's talk about his process. As I said, YouTubers reach out to him with an idea for a data pack. He lays out his conditions and price and then gets to work. The vast majority of his library on PMC is made up of these commissions, including all of the packs I've mentioned so far: Raining Items, Raining Chests, Midas Golden Touch, and Random Block Touch. I asked Awhikax what his thoughts and opinions are on this relationship and what it says about the community of Minecraft players that use data packs. Our conversation was done via text through Discord, so I'll be reading his responses as they're shown on screen. In response to this, he had this to say: YouTubers make easy to record content and people like it. So the YouTubers keep making it, so the creators, such as himself, keep making those data packs, and the people, mainly young people, who are targeted by YouTubers play it, which gives visibility to the creators, and it's kind of a vicious cycle. Now, I'd like to take a second to talk about that last point. It's a vicious cycle, because it definitely has a connotation to it that I think is worth exploring. Many data pack developers feel the same way. The debate over the status of the updated filter category, the default setting when looking at data packs on the website, is eternal. Are there too many of a certain genre of pack? Are the packs being posted to the site of a high enough caliber to be worth paying attention to? And if they're not, why do they have so many downloads? Is the very existence of these perceived low-quality packs, whether that perception is accurate or not, a disservice to the website, to players, and to the content-rich data packs that are pushed down by the continuous cycle of new data packs 1/10 the size? Awhikax has thoughts on this as well. When I asked what kinds of data packs he personally liked to make, he had this to say: I like creating all types of data packs in general, as long as they don't require textures. The ones I like the most out of the ones I'm currently creating are the ones with an easy to understand idea and a good final result. However, if I had to give a type of data pack that I prefer to create, it would not correspond to any of the ones I'm currently publishing. I would love to do some data packs adding something to the survival part of the game with long-term development. I currently have 3 ideas for long development data packs to create, 2 of which are for survival, but I unfortunately don't have enough time to do them, and I know myself. If I start something without having the time, the project is doomed to fail, so I keep them aside for the moment. There's a couple of points I want to touch on here, so let's break into a new section. Data packs with requirements. First, his joke about textures, which is based in some psychological ground I have found for the popularity of some data packs. Awhikax says he doesn't like to make data packs that require textures, meaning a resource pack, and frankly I agree. More than that, I don't even like to play data packs that require resource packs, with some exceptions, and even then, for a long time I wouldn't even consider playing a data pack that required a resource pack. And this is a shared opinion of many Minecraft players that I've come across in various Discord servers, including the Datapack Discord for developers. But why? Data packs that require resource packs look sharper. They have more control over what they can do because they can mask what's happening behind the scenes with more intricate GUIs, items, and the like. In many cases, they are of a higher quality than data packs that don't require resource packs because they have more creative freedom. Well, for me, for a long time, and even still now to some degree, the requirement of a resource pack feels like an extra chore. Speaking personally, I look to data packs over mods whenever I look for a new experience to play with because I want something self-contained. I don't want to also download a mod loader or a requisite library or an API to play the single mod that interests me at any given time. In the same vein, when I go to look for a data pack to play, I want it to be self-contained. I don't want to juggle an extra thing even if it would make it better. That's not to say I won't, but it's safe to say that I'll download a data pack that doesn't require a resource pack over one that does. And this isn't just a rant. Like I said, data packs that use resource packs are often of a higher quality and have more freedom to do amazing things. But that stigma is still something that needs to be broken across the community, just as the stigma against data packs versus mods need to be, despite the growing popularity of the former. I know this, and yet I also know that right now, data packs that require resource packs are generally less popular, which is why I'm quite firm that New in Town not require one. And while that isn't the only factor, I do believe it is a contributing factor to New in Town or any pack's initial popularity. Content data packs versus one-off data packs. Next, we'll note that what Awhikax likes to create and what he does create do not necessarily overlap. But of course, a developer for hire doesn't get to decide what they create, they get paid to deliver on the requested project. As we've mentioned before, Awhikax has the technical talent to make larger and more sophisticated projects, but not the time. He is so well known, he gets a lot of commissions. In fact, I get commissioned a lot. I even have to reject some. Currently, I have more than 180 commissions, about half of which are paid ones. At the beginning, I did it for free. Later on, he had this to say to follow up with. However, there is a big drawback to this. I am very well placed in the PMC algorithm. I have about 50 data packs I made in 1.16.5 to publish, and I still don't know how to do it without hiding other creators' work. Publishing them all at once will put me in the spotlight and hide all other data packs for 3 weeks, while publishing one a day will put me in the spotlight without hiding the other data packs, but for 2 months. This speaks to something I brought up earlier. As I said, the default filter setting when looking at Planet Minecraft's data pack section is updated, meaning the newest or most recently updated packs will show up first. Awhikax recognizes the problem that many other data pack creators acknowledge, that small data packs that might have required considerably less work to produce take over the front page of the data pack section, pushing more technically complex or interesting content down to the second page or beyond. This isn't again to say that Awhikax's content is low quality, but his feelings on the matter point to the larger problem that he and other creators have recognized. So, he just shouldn't post the packs then, right? That's the simple solution. If he feels bad doing it, then why do it at all? Well, you have to remember, these are commissioned data packs. Awhikax makes money for making them, and he has an interest in continuing to do so. We've been skirting around this topic up to now, but now let's actually talk about the download count on Awhikax's packs. Just exposure on Planet Minecraft doesn't create downloads. No, the reason Awhikax's and other single concept data packs get so popular is because of YouTube. As we've said, Awhikax's clients are usually YouTubers. They commission him to make a data pack not just to play with, they probably don't use it more than once or twice, but to create video content with. It's fun, it's easy, it's clickbaity, so it gets views. Minecraft but. I made it X in Minecraft, the list and range goes on, and as part of Awhikax's commission conditions, they have to credit him in the description, and will often provide a link to, you guessed it, the PMC project page that Awhikax posts the pack for. This leads to that YouTuber's viewers, often younger audiences, wanting to try it out, so they go to download it right away. This means he gets double exposure through the YouTube description and through his pack on PMC getting posted to the updated filter and getting immediately popular with a huge influx of downloads. And why shouldn't he? He created content of the highest quality that he was asked to do, and he wants to be able to do so again. Yes, for money, but also pride in his work. He is a creator. Now, maybe the same can't be said for every data pack developer that posts their packs to Planet Minecraft. The trends of data packs that add only a single recipe for an item that's uncraftable in vanilla, that only add recipes allowing you to duplicate items instantly, and of course, Minecraft but X is OP. Many of these packs had little time and energy put into them. They can be created in a few minutes with a generator, and in the case of the OP loot packs, just require changing the loot table of a single block to drop the loot table of an End City chest, or similar, instead of their usual block drop. Yet they still get many more downloads than seems reasonable from the perspective of other datapack developers who do spend time coding new and original content. And developers of the easily generated datapacks didn't even get paid to do so. No one is going to pay them to do so. So why do they post these packs? Surely those people who do download them don't actually use them for very long. Awhikax has thoughts on this as well. In general, I think people have less and less desire to bother looking or thinking about anything, so basic data packs are often fine for the majority, so the ones that add more technical content get less visibility. And also, concerning creators, many people are now creating easy-to-make data packs hoping to get more views, downloads, and maybe getting it played by some of the YouTubers they follow. It's that last point that I think hits the nail on the head. They don't care if a lot of people play their pack, they care if some specific people play it. They see their favorite YouTube personalities playing with similar one-off packs, why not theirs? Well, because they're not looking for theirs. They're creating them themselves or hiring people like Awhikax to make them, and probably better than a generator's going to alone. But YouTubers play big data packs as well. Big content-heavy data packs do get their time to shine, but the progress is slower. New in Town's growth has been wonderful, but not rapid. Although it achieved 10,000 downloads in its first 5 months, it didn't have much momentum outside of the occasional couple hundred downloads a day periods immediately following updates, pushing it to the top of Planet Minecraft's default datapack section. Only after the Portuguese-speaking YouTuber JazzGhost started their short series did New in Town break 20,000 downloads and soar straight to 25,000 in only a few days. It wasn't too long after that, Indonesian YouTuber Mefels began their series, which is ongoing and contributed heavily to it breaking 35,000 downloads recently. So we know that big YouTubers will play large data packs that they happen to find on Planet Minecraft, but that more often, they will pay developers to make smaller data packs for a single video. I'll make it clear that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. YouTubers have a brand to maintain and a schedule to keep consistent, so they can't be searching through the best rated packs and scrutinizing everything. They fall prey to the same psychology that makes both large and small data packs with easy to grasp concepts shine over more complicated ones that don't express their premises plainly. If we know all of that, and we accept it to be good and okay, what is the problem? The problem points back to the smaller packs that aren't being commissioned, that use generators exclusively to produce their content, and that don't demonstrate any technical value. Popular though they may be, by oversaturation or copycats trying to capitalize on the draw generated by YouTubers playing similar things, they hide and push down other packs. Not packs that are better or more deserving. I'm not so vain to suggest that any data pack or developer has any more or less right to be seen. Let me give a better example. Mass-produced data packs. Searching for just the word chain in the Planet Minecraft data pack section, there are 16 different data packs out of 25 shown on the first page of the default updated filter that add recipes for chainmail armor. Of those 16, 8 show the recipe for chainmail armor in the project thumbnail, but not necessarily only that. 8 only add recipes for chainmail armor. 11 have the exact same crafting recipe, chains in the same place you would put ingots or leather for standard armor, and 3 have the exact same recipe that is different from those other 11, combining a chain with a piece of armor in a smithing table. Of those last 3, 2 of them are actually duplicates of each other posted by different people, even using the same pictures of the recipes. The takeaway is clear. Instead of people going and looking for and using data packs that add what they want, they are using a generator to make their own and posting it, even if the exact same pack already exists. With enough people doing this for every uncraftable item, they start to stack up and flood the updated tab, repeatedly pushing other original data packs down off the front page and into obscurity. There's something to be said for those packs that add many recipes for otherwise uncraftable items. With enough variety and enough consideration taken into the recipes themselves and what the pack adds, these can provide a new and interesting experience to players. But when 4 gold ingots and an emerald can be crafted into a totem of undying, what experience are you actually providing? How is this different than switching to creative mode for a second to give yourself one? How is this original and exciting when a dozen other people might have already done the exact same thing? There is validity in a so-called cheating culture. Minecraft is a sandbox game, so inevitably, some people will have more fun by playing outside the intended way, by cheating, and that is still intended. It's okay. I'm always supportive of people who feel the need to cheat while playing New in Town, whether it's creating duplicates of castle permits to build a larger castle than intended, switching to creative to kill the tyrant because they're not interested in the story, or using the dev box to give themselves the inscribed sun disk because they don't want to solve the sandstone sundial puzzle. The same attitude can and should be applied to vanilla Minecraft where appropriate, in the privacy of a single-player world. But when you believe this to be a fun and legitimate experience to the point that you are creating dozens of data packs that each only add 1, maybe 3 or 4 recipes for otherwise uncraftable items, as though this is somehow different and providing a better experience than using a simple /give command, you end up contributing to a larger problem. So what can we do about this? Well, it starts with our mentality as players who play with and want to use data packs. Planet Minecraft has a pretty solid search and sorting system. I just searched chain so I could find all instances of chainmail and chainmail recipe adding data packs. A few of those results didn't even have chainmail in the name, just in the description. I was able to find what I was looking for easily. If that's what you want, it's easy to find, and if you'd rather make your own, there's no need to post it because dozens of people already have in the exact same way. Where are the larger data packs? It can understandably be frustrating and annoying to hear people complain that their work isn't popular because of other people getting in their way. So when it comes to serious data pack developers, Awhikax again has some thoughts on why they might not gain as much popularity as quickly besides just being concealed by a high volume of generated packs. Regarding data packs of good quality and similar quality of others, for example Marina or Floorcraft by Hashes, which has a certain number of views and downloads but which is not that high, I think it depends on very many factors. The interest of players for this type of mechanic, the amount of updates and what they bring to the game, the general appreciation, the experience retained for having played with this data pack, and then people might share it, the general presentation of the data pack. A good title, presentation, story are really important in my opinion, if YouTubers have made videos playing with it, and many other things, all with more or less importance. Let's break down each of these points, though as Awhikax says, there's a lot more to it and the approach will be different for every data pack. First, player interest in the mechanics added by the pack. This points to that initial point of having an easy to understand premise, even if there's a lot of expanded content that relates to it. New in Town features Nether Fortress and End City construction, but the major focus on the project page is on the town construction. I know from my interactions with Starmute that as a technical player, he'd assigned Incendium with a lot of potential for technical players, introducing new and unique ways to make farms on the levels of Psycraft for new mobs and items that can't be farmed in the same way in vanilla. But that's not what he focuses on for Incendium's project page. The focus is on the coolness and aesthetic of the new biomes and the variety and loot of the new structures, because those are the mechanics that more players will care about. Next, the experience players have after playing with the data pack. Whenever a player comes to the end of a playthrough, whether because they've explored all the new content or they're ready to move on to something new, we should be leaving them with a sense of accomplishment, that they have achieved something. Staying away from boring concepts or mechanics that are quick to get to the point of being forgettable is one way to think about this. Moving on, we return again to that idea of presentation. Having a concept that's easy to grasp also requires expressing that concept easily, both in the title and in pictures. There's the age-old trope that people don't read, and the more specific among the datapack dev community that people don't read descriptions. And while this is based in some truth, effort can be put into making a description that is legible, or presenting a project via the title and image reel that entices one to scroll further and read more, even if they don't read everything. A project page should tell a story as much as the datapack itself does. It can and should create an experience. And of course, YouTubers playing with the pack. We've already talked about this. If you've made a good data pack, a lot of what comes next is going to be waiting for a YouTuber to find it, so part of that might mean frequent updates to keep the pack higher up on the updated section of Planet Minecraft. Now obviously one can't abuse this. You should be adding actual content that actually delivers an update, but this is a great way to polish and expand upon your original concept so that when a YouTuber, who generally is going to read more once they think they found a good pack, so they can show everything off and produce more content, has more reason to play it. You could also reach out to YouTubers, some of which might like this, though many will not, so pick your battles there. What can we do? There are a lot of good data packs out there, a lot of good data pack devs, and while it's not hard to find them if you're looking, you'll find they can be easy to miss if you're just browsing, looking for something new but non-specific. There's improvements that can be made among how those packs present themselves, and improvements to how we can look for data packs. And while I don't think it's reasonable to assume that it will slow down or to force compliance, a reduction in less valuable data packs such as duplicates and generated content would put to rest a lot of complaints from the datapack dev community. But is there anything that can be changed about the system itself, how datapacks are propagated and found? A lot of suggestions have been put forth from all sides on this topic, and there's a lot of pros and cons for each one. Let's take a look at a few of the most popular ones here. Planet Minecraft should have a curated section or category that packs can be manually added to by the site staff or a third-party committee that only high-quality packs can be added to. This is a nice idea to think about on the surface. This would ensure that high-quality data packs are visible at all times, even on days when a dozen new recipe packs are posted all at once, and rewards data pack developers with a prize of recognition for producing good and original content. As long as the process to be added to this curated list remains fair, what could go wrong? Well, how do we know that it remains fair? Who decides what data packs are of high enough quality, and how do we determine this? New in Town adds a lot of content, and although it is very popular, it is not a technical marvel. While I'm always working to improve, it is not especially optimized yet and can contribute to a lot of lag even compared to other content-heavy data packs. Would that disqualify it from a curated list of high-quality packs if the quality is high but the skill of the code is low? Some would argue yes. Where do we draw the line for any individual pack if what they set out to do can only be optimized so far? PMC should ban data packs that add only 1 or 2 recipes, and data packs that just change 1 or 2 loot tables to be OP. While this again starts to sound like a simple solution that incentivizes developers creating bigger or better packs, it starts to lean too much on forcing compliance with an arbitrary threshold of quality. Not only that, it would require either a significant increase in staff to be on the lookout and remove these packs, which is unreasonable and infeasible, or else an automated system to check packs for size or content, which would be expensive to produce and prone to false positives. In both cases, these low-effort datapack developers would inevitably just trick the system by adding more content that is low effort, but adds up to reach that minimum threshold of quality. So what do I think? I have a few ideas of varying possibility and feasibility. First, while changing the default category on Planet Minecraft isn't an option, as the updated filter is very important to the longevity of many datapacks, new in town included, I think the best category carries a little more weight than it can support. It shows the datapacks that are performing the best, not that are the best. But what makes a good datapack is subjective, it can't be quantified. What can be quantified is file size, and file size is a pretty good, though admittedly not perfect indicator of effort put into the pack, if not also the quality of it. A sort category for size added to the datapack section of Planet Minecraft would allow larger datapacks to be more easily found, and could be narrowed down from there with the datapack type, extensive, adventure, minigame, etc., compatibility, modifications such as loot tables, structures, recipes, etc., and posting date. Another idea requires some outside change in mentality. YouTubers, or more accurately their audiences, need to move away from overdone tropes. This is subjective matter, of course, and it won't happen overnight, nor should it. Trends are important to the YouTube algorithm, but when they stick around too long, they inevitably begin to affect the ecosystem outside of YouTube, specifically Planet Minecraft. We've mentioned it before, but a lot of these OP loot packs and the like, we can reasonably conclude, are being created for YouTubers to play, but without having been asked, and that's not how their relationship with one-off data packs works. We need to accept that, and YouTubers need to know when a trend is slowing down or becoming toxic, and be prepared to move on, either commissioning different content or seeking out existing packs. Lastly, and what I think is the most unlikely but also potentially biggest change that could come to the data pack community, I believe that the official Minecraft launcher should have included support for browsing, downloading, and installing data packs. This is definitely the most logistically improbable. If it were to happen, it would be far and away down the line, but there are a few reasons I think it would be an enormous positive impact. First, it creates more popularity for data packs in general. It educates by osmosis more players as to what data packs are and what they can do. It also solves the issue of data packs that require resource packs historically being less popular than those that do not, because this system could reasonably automatically install not only the data pack into the world, but also the paired resource packs. There would still be incompatibilities to be sure, but that can still be left up to developers to hash out with each other based on feedback from their players, just as it is now. The idea does naturally have its problems though. The first and largest hurdle is, of course, the infrastructure to support it. The launcher can't integrate directly with Planet Minecraft, probably, so Mojang and Microsoft would need to host another website that it can integrate with. This means more servers to host all the content, and it means another place for the data pack devs have to publish their content on. Furthermore, it would inevitably fall victim to the same issues that plague Planet Minecraft right now, if they are not addressed or the community mentality doesn't evolve. Conclusion. I hope this video has opened up the door for a lot more informed discussion on this topic, both among data pack developers and between all brands of Minecraft players. I've seen a lot of discussion in my time in the data pack community, and the fervor has only been growing as time goes on, so I thought it was important to address all of these points and get some thoughts rolling. I hope as you've watched this video and listened to these points, that you have a better understanding of where data packs are sitting right now, where they are going, and where they could be. If you're a player who plays with data packs, whether you've played big data packs like New in Town or just stuck with the cool OP loot packs that your favorite YouTubers play, I hope that you feel like you can be more critical of the packs you play with, that there's more to explore and ways to find packs with features that you want, and that you know that you can support the developers that make these packs at any popularity or technical level. If you're a data pack developer, I hope you are encouraged by this video with the direction that data packs are going, and that you take this information as empowerment and knowledge to continue to help curve that direction in a positive way. And if you're a YouTuber that plays with data packs on your channel, I hope you walk away from this video with an expanded horizon as to what data packs can do and how they can be used to create new and original content, to partake in trends as well as start them, and that you trust that your audience can enjoy packs that bring more intricate content. Minecraft is an enormous game, and as the capabilities of data packs expands, as their popularity expands, there will be more data packs, many original and many rehashed, and that's okay. We can all do our part to shape our personal Minecraft experiences and share those experiences with others in the most positive way, and the future is looking bright. Thanks for watching.